In this video we will study about different type of inflation. First, understand a inflation called low inflation. 1. Low inflation, also called creeping inflation. It is slow and predictable, small and gradual, opposite to faster, bigger and unpredictable inflation. It takes place over a longer period and the range of increase is usually in single digit. Next type of inflation is galloping inflation. 2. Galloping inflation. It is very high inflation, running in the range of double or triple digits, for example 20%, 100%, 200% per annum. Its other names are hopping inflation, jumping inflation, running or runaway inflation. Let's see some example of galloping inflation in history. Examples. 1. In 1970 and 1980 many Latin American countries such as Argentina, Chile and Brazil had rates of inflation in this range. 2. Russian economy after disintegration in late 1980s. Next type of inflation is hyperinflation. 3. Hyperinflation. It is large and accelerating, might annual rate in millions or even trillions. Range of increase is very high or large. Increase takes place in a very short span of time where prices shoot up overnight. Let's go through a few examples. Examples. 1. In Germany after First World War, at the end of 1923 prices were 36 billion times higher than 2 years earlier. 2. Bolivian inflation of mid-1985, 24,000% per annum. 3. Yugoslavian inflation of 1993, 20% per day. 4. In Venezuela inflation in 2013, over 53 million% as per its central bank. 5. In Zimbabwe inflation in 2008, 90 billion trillion% per annum, and its currency declared worthless by economists. After effects of hyperinflation. 1. It leads to a complete loss of confidence in the domestic currency. 2. People start opting for other forms of money, such as physical assets, gold and foreign currency, which are known as inflation-proof assets. 3. People might switch to barter exchange. Next type of inflation is bottleneck inflation. 4. Bottleneck inflation, also called structural inflation. When supply falls drastically and demand remains at the same level. Such situations arise due to supply-side hurdles, hazard or mismanagement. It belongs to demand-pull inflation category. Next type of inflation is core inflation. 5. Core inflation. It is inflation measured the price rise in all goods and services excluding energy and food articles because they are more volatile. It is popular in Western economies. In India used in 2000s. It does not suit Indian inflation analysis, in the right sense because prices here depend more on food articles and energy. Here excluded articles are a. Energy article and b. Food article. Next type of inflation is core inflation. 6. Core inflation. Since 2015-16 measured by India, it is inflation measured the price rise in all goods and services excluding food, fuel and light, transport and communication. Here excluded articles are a. Fuel and light, b. Food article, c. Transport and communication. Next type of inflation is refined core inflation. 7. Refined core inflation. It was constructed by India later on by excluding main fuel items, namely petrol for vehicles, diesel for vehicles and lubricants and other fuel for vehicles, which are not included in fuel and light, in addition to food and beverages and fuel and light from the headline retail inflation, CPI combined. Next type of inflation is headline inflation. 8. Headline inflation. Headline retail inflation is the conventional way of calculating core inflation. Instead of excluding the volatile fuel items from core inflation, continued to include volatile fuel items in core inflation. It is actually the overall inflation rate of an economy, measured by the percentage change in the price index of all goods and services in a given period. Headline inflation is measured using CPIC, Consumer Price Index, combined. Released monthly by the NSO, National Statistical Office. In CPIC, Consumer Price Index, combined, major fuel items, such as petrol for vehicles and diesel for vehicles, which have relatively large weight, are not included in fuel and light. These fuel items are included in transport and communication, a subgroup under miscellaneous group. Thank you for watching this video. In next video we will discuss some important terms used in inflation chapter.